All right, now we're at the sixth and final step of the setup. You know, you could do the first 5 steps perfectly and mess everything up if you don't do the 6th step correctly. The 6th step is the ball position in relation to the putter and the stroke. All right, so when you think about that, what it is this. If you put the ball too far back or forward in your stroke, you're not gonna have solid contact. I want you to think of the putting stroke as a pendulum motion. All right, so when you think about a pendulum motion, all right, a pendulum motion is I'm going to keep my top hand still and allow the bottom of the putter to swing back and forth. Okay, that's a pendulum motion, all right? So the putter is swinging in an arc in relation to the ground. Now, if you think about that, the putter swings up in the backstroke and then down and then back up again. The best putters catch the ball, right, when the putter is just starting to rise up. Why is that? Because they want to make solid contact. Now, if you think about it, when the ball's on the ground and the putter's on the ground, they don't really match up. The center of the putter is not matching up to the center of the golf ball. The reason why the best putters catch the ball on the rise angle is because when the putter rises up, you can see that the center of the ball is contacted with the center of the putter. That's solid contact. You know, if I'm on the way down, I'm going to hit the bottom of the ball with the top of the putter. And if I'm on the way up, I'm going to hit the bottom of the putter with the top of the ball. No good. Right, so I want to make sure the putter's just rising up to make solid contact so I get the force of the putter going through the middle of the golf ball. Well, that's all about ball position. So here's what I want you to remember. The ball position in the bottom of your putting stroke, if you stay still, which is a fundamental we're going to talk about later, but if I stay still, the sternum represents the fulcrum. So I need that fulcrum to stay still. That means that the bottom of my putting stroke is always going to be right even with the fulcrum, right, which is the sternum. So all I have to do is put the ball just left of that point, stay still, and I'm going to make good contact. So when I look at people when they putt and I look at their ball position, I'm not looking at width of stance. You know, width of stance is a preference. You see tour players that have wide stances, especially if it gets a little windy. You see tour players that have narrow stances, but what's not a preference is ball position. That's a fundamental. So I need to make sure the ball is just forward of the center of my body, so that when the putter swings and it swings naturally, it swings and it makes solid contact. You got to get ball position correct if you're going to make solid contact, regardless if you've done the first 5 steps properly. You got to get the 6th step right. Then you can set up to the golf ball. I'll give you a final setup. So we play that rotate, tuck, and tilt. We go rotate, tuck, and tilt. At this point, I just make sure the butt of my golf club points just left of my sternum. So if I maintain that position, when I set the putter down and then I take my stance, you can see the ball is in a perfect position. What you don't want, sometimes I see people put the ball way forward. Well, think about it. If I did that, naturally the putter would swing up and catch the top of the ball. Or I see people put the ball behind their center. Well, the putter's on the way down, so the problem with that is they're going to down the golf ball and they might flip it and try to save it, but they can't make a great natural stroke. So just keep it simple. Butt of the golf club just left of your sternum. If you're a right-handed player, take your stance, stand to the handle, I like to say in all shots, butt of the golf club just left of my center. Now I'm in a position where if I just make a good natural stroke, right, I can roll the ball and hit the ball properly off the center of the putter. That's the 6th setup fundamental.